All right, y'all, welcome back. That was a very quick break. Our runners are readying up in the race room right now, so it'll be just about another minute. We'll get some of this gaming action to you. Smelon was the winner of the first race, which was your standard any percent. Both of our runners chose to run KPDR. And now we have a North Korea percent race where we're going to do Dragon first. Now, why does this get its own category for any percent? Like, why? What's the point? Well, it's kind of a meme, but it's also a legit run at the same time. There are a lot of great strats that you have to do in order to pull this run off. By doing Dragon first, you have to, just like you would do an RBO run, you have to get as many items as you need to survive certain sections of the game. And it makes for a very creative run. So you have a very like RBO light kind of first half of the run, and then after you beat Dragon and you go to wreck ship and get to Pantoon, you pick up your gravity suit, and then it becomes like a very aggressive KPDR any percent loadout. So, some people complain about the meme when North Korea percent, but I really like it. I think it's cool that it's named that, but you can call it DPRK if you want to, or DPRK any percent. But we're here to celebrate the runners regardless. So let's watch the race, which has already started, by the way. We are 35 seconds into it in the race room, so should be coming up on your screens pretty quick. Anfunny is at a minus 15 seconds, so that is what the race room takes in account. Smelon does not look like Smelon has a timer up, so Maddie Walk, I'm sure, is going to hook us up and sync it to the best of their ability, and we'll be happy for that when we see the sync happen. And in the meantime, enjoy the blue lighted Ceres station. There's nothing ominous here. There's nothing wrong. I think they're sleeping. I'm going to tell my kids that the scientists are sleeping, except my daughter. She likes creepy stuff. So I'll be like, yeah, Georgia, dead bodies everywhere. Let the bodies hit the floor, whatever meme you want to have. I don't know what's going on in chat here, but Salty Pigeon will be back with us when they finish some of their IRL stuff. Meanwhile, enjoy Ceres Station. We're going to damage down on Ridley as fast as we possibly can, trying to maximize our time there, or minimize our time in the room, get out of there really, really fast. And you will see, basically, you will see what you're going to see in the first 5 minutes of virtually every category. North Korea, we might have some divergences. We have already in this tournament seen at least 3 very distinctly different routes, and I think maybe even 4. Polar Bear Bunny did a very unique route that did not utilize the Crystal Flash in Dragon's Room, and then did an X-ray climb, which I got to be honest, PBB, that was sick, and I'm kind of curious to try your route just to see how well I can push that time. I think it's a sick route and a sick category, and really showcases the uniqueness of this category. It's really, really cool. So if anybody wants to check out PBB, she's got a unique route for this. We've also seen a Moondance route in this category, which is really exciting. Smelon does have Moonwalk engaged, so that would be a possibility, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But basically, what you're looking to do for most people that run this category, you know what we also saw? We also saw Red Tower Power Bomb grab, and then a green and pink Bryn. Then a green and pink Bryn return. So, there's some, a Red Tower Power Bomb grab, then a green and pink Bryn return. So this category is like super lit. There's so many different ways you can run it. In the beginning here, we're going to see Smelon might opt to go back down the elevator and get the E-Tank rando style, the ceiling E-Tank, taco tank. Anfunny might do the same thing. In which case, you're trying to see, like, okay, which missile packs are our runners going to pick up? Are they going to get 10 supers or are they going to get 15? Are they going to get 15 power bombs and set up for a crystal flash? Everybody's picking up grapple and ice, for sure. Are we going to see a spacer pickup? Spacer makes upper warfare hell runs a little more comfy. It makes your suitless Meridia a little more comfy with shots, but it is a time sink. You can do the route without spacer, so it can be a time sink, but some runners are just faster with it. And it just kind of, you generally are going to have it for RBO. So if you run both categories, you don't want to mess up your Meridia grab shot counts. Nice down back from Smelon right there. So we'll see. Which route we pick is going to be exciting. We'll have to see that. Yeah. Let's go. Sorry, I just got a text came in on my phone, distracted me a little bit, and I got my little dog here with me right now. By the way, shout outs to my wife, Natasha, for taking the kids to go visit her friend tonight so I can be doing these comms. So shout outs to her, and welcome back, Salty. I've taken up the mic. We've talked about the many different routing possibilities of North Korea %. We've beaten this dead horse of a meme. We've beaten it to death. So the runners know what category we're running. They know what the meme is about, and they know the routing possibilities. So this gives us a chance to focus on the glorious movement. We got beautiful high five in this room, and both of our runners taking the first possible route deviation, taking the same way, going back down for the taco tank, and we're separated by only a mere 5 to 7 seconds.
Yeah, I'm glad Kev was here to start this race off, because I have never run this category. I've seen Zost run it, but that's about it. And nice job here by Smelon. We see this in every single rando category. It's a lot easier when you have an enemy to do something off of with, but
Zost is the unofficial. He's actually the unofficial world record holder in this category. On SRC, the official leaderboard for this category, MM2 is the world record holder, which is, but go watch it. His run is absolutely sick, absolutely incredible, and Zost's unofficial world record is a couple minutes faster, just absolutely insane. So there's really, and they both do the moon dance route, I believe. At least I know Zost did.
And if anyone wants to reach out to MM2,
because it was not submitted to a leaderboard. That's why I say unofficial, but we all know.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. But if anybody wants to reach out to MM2 on Discord, you must capitalize the second M, otherwise he'll be upset with you.
Oh God!
And now he's very upset with me because both of them are not capitalized.
Yep.
So I might get a spanking.
Capital letters.
Who knows?
MM2.
So this might be the last time you hear my voice. But other than that, it's been a pleasure. Kev and MM2, thank you for letting me be here. Don't capitalize too either. Okay,
so, well, great. I may not capitalize my letters, but I capitalize on every opportunity I have to talk about Super Metroid. Smelon doing that nice triple missile shot into the door before the jump 1-2, which is, I think it's a little bit more optimal because you're not jumping as high. Certainly a really fast way to get into BT. First runner I saw do that strat was Susrain, who is probably my favorite runner of this game. I don't know what's happening on Anfunny's side. Okay, we got Anfunny back just a little bit. Maybe some problem right there. Really fast BT for Smelon. The good thing is about getting that ceiling boost E-Tank is that you pick up that extra missile pack. And that extra missile pack really trivializes the BT fight if you're very good with your missiles. See, I'm not sure why Anfunny, see, by shooting the P shot there, now Anfunny's getting these bad RNG, getting the banana beam attack, which you generally only see Golden Chorizo do. But if you have full missiles at BT and you don't damage BT enough, then it's like an RNG pool of whether you get eggs or you get banana beam shots. So bad luck there for Anfunny. Really should lead off with missile shots if you have them. But hey, out of the fight, lost just a little bit of time right there. Smelon gonna just bash through the pirates here, which I don't know. I don't really like doing it. I don't feel like it saves that much time when you have to farm that energy back anyways. But I don't know what route Smelon's going to do. If Smelon's going to get a reserve tank, like if I'm picking up the reserve here in Brinstar, I like to save my energy going through the pirates. But here's the other thing. Smelon has 10 missiles. That means he can open up the door to the early supers room, but can also open up the door to the reserve tank. So by Smelon having 10 missiles here, that tells me he's going to pick up the reserve.
Wow, 30 years playing this game, I've never even thought of calling that a banana beam shot, and I love the community for that. And
I
also,
don't know who said it first. I don't know if I copied it, but it's what it's been in my brain.
I love it. And also going backwards a little bit to the capital 2. If we capitalize a 2, is that just a 3? Is MM2 really a Mega Man 3 fan, or is this something totally different? And anyway, back to Super Metroid now.
MM2 is a legend in his spare time.
A map legend and a real legend.
All right, so we have reserve tank pickup. So my guess,
Thank you, Zach.
my guess is that Smelon and Anfunny are going to go up at Red Tower. Well, we're going to see a Spore Spawn Super Missile grab. And then my guess is the runners are going to go up Red Tower. And after Red Tower, we're going to see an Alpha Power Bomb grab. We're going to see a Beta Power Bomb grab. And then our third Power Bomb pack, so we can get ready for the Crystal Flash of Dragon. Our third Power Bomb pack is going to be at Croc. Now, this is our second Super Pack. Our runners can opt to pick up one more Super Pack at Crab Supers. It's a bit of a time sink, but then you don't have to worry about Machtroid RNG when it comes to super missiles before you go into Dragon's Lair.
Absolutely. And from chat, Phoenix, I know that won't hurt to type, but I think it's hilarious. MM2 might destroy both of us, but for the sake of comedy, I love it. And Balrogic, 2 squared. You know what? That might be capital 2, which as we all know is 16, or 8, or 4. It's 4. But, yeah, that might be it.
All right, I low-key want to flame everybody right now and say, hey, let's talk about the race. Not our admin, but that's just me. I'm going to shout out Kai because he did that at a race. Somebody was making a joke and he's like, yeah, and back to the race right now. And I got a chuckle on that. So I wanted to relive that moment with all of you right now. And Anthony,
I like it.
Anthony did a short farm right there, which, is kind of nice. You can see that the reserve is there, but you have to be counting. You really do want a full reserve. Now, another deviation we can have is we could go and get Ice Beam when we first enter Upper Norfair. The runners can opt to do that, and then you get the refill from the energy tank. From that Hell Run, you get the refill from the high jump energy tank. Some runners will opt to do Ice last, which puts you last to the Upper Norfair cleanup. And what that's going to do is that'll leave you with lower energy going into Meridia. So after we do this assumed route that I already talked about with the power bombs and the Croc, even before Croc, we're going to get to see if our runners get Ice Beam before or after Crocomire.
And here's the cheeseburger for Smelling. Going for those early power bombs. Although I don't know if they're early in North Korea percent, because I haven't played it. But
nah, that's exactly
probably normal, right?
Yeah, that's exactly, because this route that they're doing, these are going to be our 2 out of our 3 power bomb packs. They're just the quickest ones to get, unless you do Moon Dance, and you can get the ones in Pink and Green Brinstar. But even the Moon Dance route even though it's the world record route, it's not alleged to be the fastest route. It just happens to be the world record route. But typically you're going to see these 2 power bomb packs picked up, and then we're going to head to Upper Norfair, and I'm pretty sure both of our runners are going to get Spazer. Just because, I don't know, Spazer just makes it comfier. I think it makes the hell runs, especially with 3 E-tanks and a reserve, 3+1, I think it makes the hell runs pretty, not non-trivial, but not super hard either, like comfy as you can make it.
And just reaching out the chat real quick. Someone talking about the Melee community. I mess with you not. I played Roy against a decent fox. No giant fox that you would know. But I beat that fox with my Roy just for fun. And everybody was surprised. And that's my one pat on the back for myself. And anyway, back to Metroid.
Yeah, back to Planet
Kev,
Zebby's here. We're
yeah,
seeing
Kev, I gotta say, Kev sounds to me like Kip, but without the southern twang. But I think that makes him a great commentator. Kev knows a lot of stuff, and this has been a really fun match to call. So, thanks again for being here, man.
if I didn't have so many trophies from my professional life, I would take that as a solid trophy right there. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, I mean it.
We're getting a nice farm here from Anfunny. I like this farm. Force Spawn Supers is another decent place to farm. But what you want to see is our runners want to they want to have basically full reserve going into the Upper Norfair Hell runs. Did Smelon look like Smelon skipped? Did Smelon skip ice? It looks like Smelon's going to get late ice. Because I don't think we talked long enough for Smelon to be out of ice already. The advantage to getting late ice is you don't have to menu off Ice Beam. Because when you go up to the farm, unless you're really good at farming, bug farming with bombs, if you have Ice Beam equipped, you have to double shoot everything. Same thing with going through the rest of Upper Norfair. So I like to get ice early, but even though I do that, I disable it. I just want to have more energy going into Meridia.
And it looks like Smelling is doing late ice, skipping that door.
Yeah, skipping that door. Going to do late ice. We're going to see a save, which is really smart. And this also allows Smelling the opportunity to get some extra farms to ensure that energy is full or reserve is full. And even if Smelling doesn't get energy drops, is going to get more ammo drops, which will make farming for energy in Batcave a little bit faster.
Bruce Wayne would be
Oh
proud.
boy.
Maybe even Terry McGinnis, if you ever watched Batman Beyond.
I haven't, but like with these hell runs here, you saw Smelling miss that jump. You can get away with having 3+1. You can get away with missing like a couple jumps and be okay. 2+1, one jump, and you might actually die. The difference between
Smelling.
See right there,
Okay.
2+1.
That jump might have killed you. 2+1, huh?
Smelling, it would have killed Smelling or the reserve, yeah, or it. Well, no, he might have gotten out of there with the same amount, but wouldn't have a reserve coming out of it. Now, 53 is low to go to the Batcave, so I like Smelling filling up here, going a little high. I like to have anywhere higher than 60. I feel safe, just because I'm very practiced with it. If you're not very practiced with it, being over 100 is safe. You have to watch out for the scree, because the scree will fall and they will explode, and you have to shoot them down, and you have to do like a wall jump. It's a single tile gap.
That was a nice tight wall jump there. I know once you get into the single tile, wall jumps aren't that hard, but jumping into the single tile is definitely a chore.
Yeah, and you have to remember that clock is ticking. I mean, basically one E-tank is about a fanfare's worth of time. I mean, I don't think you're getting a max of like 7 seconds per E-tank when you're talking about these hell runs. So, every time you take a hit and that damage goes down, it's timed. It's a ticking timer. So these rooms that are, basically insignificant as far as whether you live or die in other categories, in North Korea and RBO and some other categories that utilize hell runs, some other categories, it's like it's a timer on top of a timer. You're already timing the run. You're already trying to go fast. And at the same time, the game is more actively trying to kill you than it does in a normal run.
Absolutely.
Think about it. 7 seconds max per E-tank.
Yeah, that's just fanfare right there. Slightly more, but
to go through.
Only a fraction.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you're worried about movement. in any percent, hundo, and all the other categories that you do these rooms, you're just trying not to miss a ledge because you don't want to lose seconds. In these categories, you don't want to lose seconds, but you also don't want to die. So, that's you say, well, I don't understand why this is any harder, with this loadout, because I can do this no problem, but it's the nerves. It's scary.
Yeah, it's way different running
I like
any
that
category.
it ticks too. The
Oh
game
no!
ticks to let you know you're dying. Oh, damn.
Running any category in your own stream is way different than running against an opponent in a match with the nerves going on.
Yeah, I'm glad Anfunny had a save right there. I mean, it is tragic, but I mean, it's also North Korea percent.
North
So how
Korea is
long's it
tragic.
This is not a very, it's Anfunny's behind. This is going to be rough, but I got to tell you, in this category, we have absolutely seen like runners have 5 or 6 dragon fights in a row. Even good, like
Yeah.
we've died to dragon or whatever. It's just it's too early still. Smelon has the lead, but it's not a locked lead in my opinion until you save before dragon, and then once your opponent is in that save, it's not a lead until you get gravity suit.
Yeah, a lot can go wrong. Just the slip of the hand, mistimed button press. Very tight category.
Everybody was memeing on MM2 earlier. And we did a multi-extension category tournament a couple years ago. And North Korea percent was one of the categories. MM2 got through all the hard stuff and was like hauling A down to Lower Norfair, and then died in Wasteland because he wasn't paying attention to his energy. So, and then you have Mother Brain. Like in this category, I only pick up 5 tanks, sometimes 4 tanks. So I need to get Varia or I will die at Mother Brain. And I can't tell you how many times I've gone on like RBO autopilot where I do Cray Blast, but I don't pick up Varia suit. I have died to Mother Brain because I've forgotten Varia suit. So that is a very realistic possibility. It's Smelon has a lead, but it is not commanding.
For sure. And let's not remind people who started that meme MM2 stuff, because who knows at this point? Like, maybe they started from chat somewhere. Definitely wasn't commentary, right? So, I mean, we're in North Korea percent. It's almost like RBO, but less BOE.
Yeah, it's strangely enough, you have the much safer Lower Norfair because you'll have Gravity Suit, which in vanilla reduces all the heat damage, same as Varia. The Meridia is substantially harder. Meridia in RBO, you have like 8, you have like 8 or 9 tanks or more going into that dragon fight. Going into that Batoon fight, and all the other Anfunny, that's not good.
Oh, that blast from the Namahe,
no.
Not cool. I'm sorry, Anfunny.
I don't know if Anfunny saved before these hell runs. Still possible. Not possible
3
now without a drop.
3.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That was sick. What a save. Take the save, please.
Girls run fast. Hashtag Samus is awesome.
Girls do run fast. I will say for sure. I have a daughter.
I'm getting one in February.
I want Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper should do a remake instead of Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Girls Just Want to Go Fast.
That'd be great for the speedrunning community and anything in general. I like it.
And it was my idea, so
I will let my daughter know that when she's here in February.
GG. Having a daughter will change your life.
I have 3 sons, and they make me crazy, so hopefully this one's a little more chill, but... Either way, it's going to be awesome.
My daughter's the easy one, but she's not a teenager, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait a couple of years, huh? We'll see what happens. Maybe she'll stay chill, but I don't
Who
want to
knows?
jinx you.
Meanwhile, let's check out Smellin's Hell Run here. This is good energy for this, but Smellin cannot be cavalier. Going into Meridia, when you exit the Ice Hell Run, you have very low energy. You can take the option of doing the pre-Meridia farm, which is in the room right after the elevator room to the left. You have that option. You can also decide to just take it slow. But I think crabs do like 120. The pink, you know, things are painful.
Yeah, and the well-named Ouch in Meridia
Ah,
does a whole lot of damage.
all right, Anfunny does a great job making it out this time. So, and does it without taking a death. So, very, very well done. It really, every runner is going to be faced with that. This is the crazy thing about this game. Like, you know, Anthony just got a PB earlier today in this category and just like crushed it. Had none of these issues, none of these troubles. You know, is not any worse at the game than they were hours ago. It's just how it is sometimes. The game is just like, hey, you plugged in your game. Well, this is how it's going to be. Good luck.
Oh, Heavens Titans, that's awesome. Star Spangled Banner Metallica version from your daughter on the guitar. That sounds great. I'm happy for you.
Wouldn't it be
Smelling doing a
fast
quick
with
refill
refill?
here, and we got another croc.
I mean, I guess if you're going to farm as much as Smellin's farming, it definitely would be faster to go get the Sloater's refill. I don't know. It just depends. Like, honestly, I haven't seen Smellin run like when I see Smellin run, I'm seeing Smellin run hundo. I'm seeing Smellin run like any percent. I don't typically see Smellin run this category. I don't think I've ever seen him run this category. So
This is the
I don't
first for me,
know.
too.
So I don't know what their comfort is with Suitless Meridia. You know, like I can just tell actually by what they're doing right now that
Maybe it's a little bit lower because Smellin does a lot of randomizer, any
yeah,
percent,
so he's
100%, but
got
not
the
a whole lot
skill.
of this stuff. But Smellin knows how to do it. Maybe just not a
Like
big
that
fan
fish
of the
isn't gonna
Meridia
move.
stuff.
Yeah. So, you know, I have nothing but confidence that Smellin is going to get through this without any problems. I don't think there's going to be any issues, but I can just tell by watching the movement here that they're maybe not as well practiced in Suitless Meridia as people who normally do it. It's not by any means not good.
The good news for anyone worried about bot wound is suit or no suit, you can stay on the far left of the room hugged up against the wall and shoot at the snake.
I mean, this could be
slow,
exactly what Smellin wants
but
the
you won't
energy
die.
for. Because you can get double hit by Batoon pretty easily if you're having an aggressive fight. Anyways, that's not a knock. Definitely not a knock on Smellin. Smellin's really a great player. It's just that, you know, we're commenting what's on screen, what we've seen in the run, and, you know, Suitless Meridia is hard. And if you don't do it quite a lot, you're going to have little issues like that you wouldn't see from a more practiced runner. That's all.
Yeah, Kev just has a unnatural love for Suitless Meridia, so Kev practices it a lot.
I mean, Kaizenton, I know that Smellin is very likely to ban at least one Suitless category, so...
It's like, oh, I'm playing Kev? Well, let's get rid of one of the Meridias at least.
There's like...
I'd do the same thing.
You know, but if I pick DP, if I pick Dragon first against Smellin and I pick North Korea percent, then it would just be like my run against Scotty in the same category. Like I will slay until I get to lower Norfair, and then their real speedrunners, any percent strats will kick in. And if I don't have a 4-minute lead coming out of Dragon, I ain't winning.
Oh, that was a very nice mock ball there by Anfunny. I always love that mock ball coming out of Croc. That's one of my favorites. It's
Yeah, it
not
is
super
often
duper
called.
hard, but it is tough, and it's always nice to see.
Yeah, it's often called the best mock ball in the game, and I would say it is definitely one of the 3 or 4 best mock balls in the game.
I got to give it a solid 2.5 out of 4.
Yeah, my
It's
favorite.
beautiful.
Yeah, my favorite mock ball is the one that you see in GT Classic when you leave wreck ship and you space jump across the ocean, and then you shoot the door out and the moat, and then you spring ball jump over the moat. So you do like the space jump, shoot the door, mock ball, and then you spring ball jump over the moat. That's my favorite mock ball strat.
My favorite is going into Bomb Chorizo.
It's what?
Going in the Bomb Chorizo right after you get the morph ball. And you dive in there, and you're like, yeah, I'm a speedrunner. I can do the first mock ball in the game.
Anybody here remember just how frustrating it was to learn the mock ball and like try to do a run, and you're like, dang it, I have to fight Spore Spawn again because I couldn't make this stupid mock ball.
Well, for me, I would spend like 6 or 7 minutes just sitting at the front of early supers trying it because I did not want to fight Spore Spawn. Like, I don't care how long this takes.
Will save you time on Spore Spawn.
It would, but I finally got it, and now it's muscle memory. I was just too stubborn to try anything else.
So if Anfunny does a crouch jump, they can actually get higher. When Samus does a crouch before she jumps, it actually...
Just like Creed, they can take you higher.
Yeah. To a place where, I don't know, you have
where
to go
there's
crabs.
golden trees or something, I don't know. I know some of the lyrics. It's been like 25 years, I'm not sure.
I think I was still listening to Sabotage and Judas Priest when Creed came out.
Oh, can't blame you there. Those were good too. But with arms wide open, I will accept you.
Yeah, Anthony, you know, like, I don't know. You can tell there are a lot of experienced runners in this tournament, but even some of our more experienced runners, you know, there hasn't been a multi-category tournament like this for vanilla categories, or at least the main categories, since 2020. So a lot of these runners have never had a reason, you know, to play some of these categories. So, you know, like,
yeah, this is a great idea.
Eddie learned a lot of these categories like right before his first race of those categories. You know what I mean? So it's really cool, though, for me as a fan of the lesser played categories to see a lot of these top level runners, you know, putting on a show and, you know, kind of feeling their way through it, because we're just seeing just a wealth of different strategies, routing ideas, and just it just has increased the interest of it for me. And I think North Korea was a very, very good ad for this multi-category tournament. Anthony getting rid of the crabs because it makes it easier to do this.
Oh, I forgot to sign into Twitch, so I can't respond in chat. But yes, Smelon is currently in the lead at the moment in this run, and also won our first run of the day in any percent.
Smelling damaging down. Normally you see people use the left turret, so I noticed that the way he kills turrets is different than other runners. So, you know, some runners put their stamp on it. So we're going to see a crystal flash. Now, we want to so walk away or run away. If Dragon swoops, you have... Okay, so Smelon has 3 more power bombs to make this happen. I usually wait over a little bit. This is just really bad RNG. Sorry, Smelon.
Really not good.
You have to be very patient because you need to get gooed while you're in the middle of a crystal flash. That's a good setup. So let's see how much energy Smelon can get. We're full up. All right,
there it is.
Grabbed in the crystal flash. Now Smelon has, what is it, a spike suit. So we have a stored Shine Spark, but Smelon cannot activate any Shine Spark inputs or we'll lose it. But we'll have to activate it right now. I believe you see the goal. So Smelon was able to get the Shine Spark off, was grabbed during the windup, and now, if executed, should have a blue suit. And a blue suit is also a stored Shine Spark, but you have to do a down input first. Now, those echoes right there, those echoes are a sign that it was performed correctly. Now, the reason we want to convert to blue suit is because it makes the grapple jump way easier than having a spike suit. A spike suit, you have to do spin jumps, because if you just do a regular jump input, you'll Shine Spark. And it's really hard to do the grapple jumps, but also spin jump out of it unless you're very, very practiced. So it's just plain safer to get a blue suit. And so, yeah, that's all I'm explaining, because you got to grapple jump out of here, then you got to Shine Spark out of the Precious Room, and that's why we have to do the fight the way we have to do the fight.
And also, it's never bad to root for the person who's behind by one match to get more Metroid. So I totally understand rooting for Anfunny. Even if you're not an Anfunny fan, rooting for Anfunny here is more Metroid. So that's awesome stuff. And Anfunny is newer, but he seems like a really, really cool person.
I think so. I was chatting with him today in the stream. Very cool. We're seeing an energy refill and a save from Smelon. Being in the lead, that is exactly what I would do. Looks like he's going to lock in the save too. So, and you could argue like, hey, you got full energy, but here's the thing. We're in Meridia with no suit. We're going to wreck ship with no suit. We have to go get Plasma Beam. After Plasma Beam, we have to go through Forgotten Highway without Screw Attack like you would have an RBO. So here's the other thing. Not only do you have less energy to do Dragon, to do that whole fight, and you have less ammo to do that whole fight, you also have less energy and you don't have Screw Attack. So after you get through the Dragon fight and you're coming down here, this part of Meridia, and you go to Plasma, you go through Forgotten Highway, you got to fight Fantoon, you don't have Screw Attack, so you have to just be better. You have to kill things. It takes a little bit less time, but you don't have a lot of damage to give away.
Yeah, that's a great point. And anyone who doesn't know Anfunny probably hasn't watched SM Rat tourneys in the past year and a half, because that's where Anfunny's been doing most of his practice.
I think a lot of us.
I didn't know about that.
Early days with SM Rat randos. It's a great way to learn how to play this game. It's a good beginner rando. Good way to learn.
I think so too. I wish I knew about it before I just hopped in Rando League Season 4 and got my butt kicked over and over again. But I still learned. I just learned a different way than most people.
I definitely have more tournament losses than wins. Just because my early days especially, but it's all about the fun. And Anfunny taking down Dragon exactly the same way Smelon didn't get hecked with swoop RNG as bad, which is very nice to see. And I like that right side goo pattern. For me, it's easier. A lot of runners prefer left side. Right side is a little bit easier for me. But Anfunny did all the same stuff Smelon did. Smelon is successfully getting through Plasma. We got a space jump pickup from Anfunny, and now we have all the rest of the bosses. So
yeah, great job. Great job. Sorry, great job by Anfunny here against Dragon. Anfunny has really done a great job in the SM Rat stuff and has surpassed me many months ago. So it's cool to see him doing what he's doing now, competing in these bigger tournaments.
Anfunny
always love seeing new faces
in the ladder races.
Yeah, so always great to see new faces doing well.
I might have to get back into Rando and race Anfunny on some of these ladder races. Anfunny was a good opponent. We were pretty closely matched up in our race. I had a lot of fun last night racing Anfunny. I'm super excited to watch him continue his runs today.
For sure. And SMZ3 is a ton of fun. If no one has watched that or played that, super easy to get into. Samus.link. And it's Link to the Past and Super Metroid put together. Metroid items are thrown into Zelda. Zelda items are thrown into Metroid. You go back and forth. And there's different settings you can throw in, just if you want to play for fun. It's a great fun time, and I
Sounds
recommend it for all.
excruciating.
It does sound excruciating, but if you grew up with a Super Nintendo, you'll really enjoy it. I promise.
Unfortunately, I grew up with a Sega.
Oh well, in that case,
Sega does
Sonic
what-
Adventure Battle 2, blast processing.
I'll tell you what, though, I am so happy I discovered Super Metroid when I did, because if I had discovered this game when I was a teenager, like if I had had a SNES and not a Sega, my life would have turned out much differently. I would either be Behemoth or Zost, or I would be like homeless on the street somewhere because I just gave up my life, gave up my ambition for this game.
Well, things come across us at the right time, I believe.
Yes, I'm already glad that I had my family, full-time job, college education. I got it all out of the way. You know, athletic career, got it all out of the way. Then I discovered the second love of my life. My wife is my first, but hey.
You got it, and that's why I have so many concussions, because I did all the athletic stuff first.
Actually,
Boxing,
I think I just said I
football.
love Super Metroid more than my kids. I didn't mean to say that. I forgot I had kids. No.
I pretended that they were
Super
clumped in
Metroid's
with the
like
first
my
love,
sixth
which
love
is your
or
wife
something.
and kids.
Ryan, if she's listening, I have to make sure she knows. She hates this game, so she's not watching. No. All right, back to the runners. They're actually putting on a spectacular show here.
Yeah, so we're on Planet Zebus, not SR3288 or whatever it was. But
So
there
what
goes Fantoon.
What makes Fantoon a near free 2-round in this category?
Plasma Beam?
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, I got it right.
The funny idiosyncrasy with that is that you have to get a missile in first because a charged plasma shot
Plasma to 700 or something?
Yeah, it's so strong. It's gonna turn Fantoon invisible right away if you hit him once. So
Oh yeah, Fantoon with his
gotta do
peace
that
out.
missile to set it up. Yeah, North Korea percent is just the boss order because it has the same initials as North Korea.
Or no, I'm sorry, it's 900. So
Yeah, 900
you gotta hit
damage with full beam
the
combo.
missile first. And yeah, North Korea, the Democratic Republic of the People's Korea, or Democratic People's Republic of Korea, which they're not a democracy or a republic, but that's what they call themselves. Yeah, there it is. What House of Shadows said. But that's not what they are, according to politics. But we're a speedrunning channel, so let's not talk politics. Let's talk about Zoom Zoom and Vroom Vroom.
Samus, go! Samus, go! Samus needs a song. I mean, I'm sure she's got a lot of songs. I love this soundtrack. I really do. There's always the argument, which is the best music, and why is it Green Brinstar?
Because green is the color of money and Brinstar is the color of stars. I have no idea.
I love the naming conventions that Nintendo went with for like, what's this one? Oh, this is Blue Brinstar. What's this one? this Pink Brinstar. What's this
one's
one?
red.
This is Green Brinstar. What's this one? This is Water Brinstar. Like, damn it, John! Can you just we need a different name.
Okay, well,
colors.
My nickname is Jack.
It'd be Meridia.
I'm John. No, not your name, dummy.
I know.
Oh, my bad.
But all right. What about Hot Brinstar? No. It's going to be Norfair. Why? Because the game is no fair, and it almost rhymes.
Yeah, welcome to Lower Not Fair.
Exactly, which is right where Smelon is going. Bring it back to the races. This is a non-trivial Fantoon fight. We got a lot of energy, but Samus is She's not really suitless. She's wearing her power suit, but we basically call it suitless because suggestive. I don't know.
Yeah, we got the power suit. It's not like we're in zero mission.
Nice 2-round by Anfunny right there.
And our plane went down. Yeah, definitely. Getting a 2-round Fantoon in any mode it's always a nice feeling. And getting a 1-round Fantoon is like, yeah, I'm really good. Like, really, really good.
I used to joke that I played categories like RBO and GT Classic and categories like that because it made 2-round Fantoons and 1-round Fantoons basically free. So they're like, well, what about the stress of Lower Norfair? I'm like, dude, I'll take the stress of Lower Norfair and RBO over any percent Fantoon any day, just because I just know I'm getting a 5-round. So embarrassing.
That's a great point. Yeah, I'd feel the same way. I'm tired of that ghost. Ooh, got some free wings on Anthony's side right there. Maybe Samus can pick him up and start flying.
Oh, did you see that?
That was a great boost.
I can't believe that he hit the atomic. That spark was so low. He must have hit the tip of the fingernail of that, or that atomic. It doesn't have fingernails. That's a key hunter. But how did he hit that atomic? I missed that atomic. I swear, and I jump higher. That's not fair.
That must be a time thing because I always miss a key hunter or an atomic when I go that late. But Anthony went that late and nailed all of them. I think that might be a timing practice thing.
I think we just need to get good like Anthony.
That's probably fair. Because that was great.
Oh, smelling resetting up for this chronic boost. Oh, that's what my chronic boost looks like. And he gets it the second time. I love that strat. That strat is so cool. I get it like 1 out of every 30 runs.
I get it 1 out of every 60, so Wait, that means I'm worse. Never mind.
That just means you're half as good as I am. That sounds about right. I don't know.
At that strat, at least.
So we already saw what Smelon's Lower Norfair looks like with this loadout, and Smelon is actually more powerful than he was in the last race, just simply because he has more ammo. Definitely has a chance to pepper the Ridley fight with some super missiles. Does not have to worry about saving super missiles for Turian because we have Kraid coming up next, and we'll get the refill for Mini Kraid. So with the 15 supers right now and probably coming out of Metal Pirates with a similar count, I wouldn't be surprised if Smelon tries to make that Ridley fight go a little bit faster with some extra supers. Just because the DPS on supers is faster. It takes 3 supers for 2 beam shots.
Yeah.
So you can fire a beam shot per second. You can fire 3 supers in a second.
Probably have 10 beam shots and 15 supers if we're full going in there to make the fastest Ridley fight possible here.
Yeah, the Ridley fight across many categories has really been optimized quite substantially in the last couple years. Especially in Hundo, but in other categories like RBO, and those categories always have like Fallout, like GT Classic, GT Max. The categories all kind of feed into one another, but a lot of strats like that, like using extra supers on Ridley, has been found to speed things up in non-RBO situations.
That's cool. I love Fallout, especially Fallout 3. Get the Lincoln repeater rifle. Great for
I like when I say a word and everybody thinks it's a reference to something, but I just thought I was using the word Fallout in the proper context.
No, you were. I just made it different because I like being difficult.
Oh, and I have no idea what Fallout is. I just had a feeling you were alluding to something.
Oh yeah, Fallout 3, New Vegas. They're both equally awesome in my mind. I know a lot of people like Vegas more. Better writing, I think. Either way, fantastic, just like this Ridley fight is.
The best Fallout I ever had was with the ex-girlfriend I met before my wife, because it turned out to benefit me in my favor.
That was an awesome segue, just like this is into a rookie death right
I'm
here.
terrible, and you were almost on the nose, but we did get 10 supers in that fight, coupled with beam shots that turned out to be a pretty significantly lethal combination for Ridley. Took Ridley out really fast. And the disparity between the two runners, even with the death that Anfunny took, is, roughly the same disparity we saw in the any percent run. So honestly, without the death, Anfunny would probably be maybe another minute and a half closer. But who knows? Sometimes maybe that would have made the dragon fight go south. They always say, if you leave your house 5 minutes earlier, you might have gotten struck by lightning. So who knows?
Yeah, and if you leave your save room 5 minutes earlier, you might not get the right missile drops you need.
I always try to look at the bright side. If you die, you just get to play more Super Metroid. There's no downside.
That's a very glass half full optimist way of looking at it. I like it. Just like I'm happy I broke up with my girlfriend in 2010, because then I met the other girlfriend that became my wife.
So the way I see it is there's at least three kinds of people. There's glass half full, there's glass half empty, and then there's the person that doesn't care about the glass. They just want to know where their cheeseburger is.
I love cheeseburgers. So I guess I'm number 3. But 3's a cool number. It has like a couple of humps on it, and if you turn it right side up and you put a V on the bottom, it's a heart. At least a Valentine's heart, not a medically accurate heart. But either way, glass half cheeseburger is the way I want to live my life. It's not a capital 2, though. Exact's bringing it back. I love it. Thank you, Exact.
When commentary and chat is in harmony. Look at that ball boost from Smelon right there. Ball
that
boost
was sweet.
Only sounds PG when you're talking about this game.
Capital 2 NES cartridge. Shoutouts for him putting in a lot of work being admin and doing tons of stuff for this tourney. And also competing in it, so thank you, MM2. And please forgive me for my earlier sins messing with you. I do appreciate you.
Sometimes I have a hard time when I'm doing commentary because I'm trying to watch the race, and I'm doing that on my iPad and I'm talking to my iPad, but then I'm reading chat on my computer, and then I get lost in the race that's going on my computer, which is like 5 seconds behind or ahead. I don't know what I'm doing. 5 seconds behind. Anyways, another good plasma room there. Metal Pirate plasma kill by Anfunny. We're going to get a crate shot. I want to see if Smelon can get this space jump into this. I love this entrance in the crate. This is my favorite category to fight crate. This and RBO because of this entrance right here. Oh, and he gets double hit.
A little late on that second jump.
All right, so we saw an almost swag strat.
It was an A swag.
I mean, right now for Smelon, the only thing is like, where are we gonna lose time? Here's a place to do it. Not.
I always like letting crate stand up.
Good. Remembering to get Varia is a very smart thing. Now, I don't know about Smelon, but I like to group Metroids in this category, especially if my ammo's not looking too hot. You do have to be careful because you don't have screw attacks, so...
And if you read Ammo Politan magazine, there's 101 different ways to make your ammo look hot. I don't know any of those ways because I'm not an ammo myself, but for any of you ammos out there, it's available.
I like that little down grab that Anfunny did to get out of the Ridley room. I always go for that, and for some reason I have a hard time with it. Those are the things I like to watch. Like, I think when I first started watching Super Metroid, I'm like, wow, look at this. Look at that cool boss fighter. Like, look at this really big strat that was like really amazing, and all this, things look so complicated. And then, 4 years in, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, that ledge grab, that down grab that was so tight. That was incredible. And I'm looking at this like micro movement that you see, not this like macro movement. So, not your
Things
space
you
jump
don't
strats or
normally
anything
look
like
at.
that. Yeah, like just how Anfunny and Wasteland right there did that clip. Like you have to do a specific jump and you have to hit a shoulder button to break out of that jump at a specific time so that you're at a specific height so that you're crouched but you're clipped through there so you can do a deboost off of the Skiga. Like, and these thoughts have to go through the players' heads while they're practicing it so that it can be on autopilot when they're racing it. This is a highly involved game, and that's a room.
Yeah, and that's just one room, and when you're watching
That's
someone
one
play it, it looks
strat
like
in
it's
one
simple.
room.
It's like, oh yeah, you just jump and then deboost. Like, no, there's like 4 more inputs and timings all in between that you don't realize. And
Yeah, definitely separate the good from the great runners. I would say 100%. And I will say somebody that spends more time running the vanilla game than the rando game is going to typically have better movement simply because it's a rehearsed, choreographed run that never changes, except for like RNG and stuff like that, but you're basically going for the same route, the same strats over and over and over again. So that micro movement is generally better found among vanilla primary runners. And then the tricks, like the big tricks, like everybody's got to know how to do them.
Indeed. And choreography.
But I think like rando runners need the tricks more. That's the crazy thing,
Vanilla
That's what's
great about
really
running rando.
More.
Yeah, that's what's great about running rando. You learn all the different big tricks that you need to do to get the simple places you wouldn't need in the game. And then that kind of helps you along. And for any percent runs or 100% runs, you can work on your basic movement. And choreography is a 5-syllable word, and that's huge. Like, if your kid learns that word early, I think they deserve a milkshake. And I'm out of stuff to talk about for the moment. But we're going into Torian. Good job smelling.
When my son was learning the alphabet, I was trying to teach him KPDR, but I didn't want to mess his alphabet up, and so I had to wait on that lesson.
Well, then you just do alphabetical boss order.
True.
Like, here, let's watch Zost get world record in alphabetical boss order. Because he got bored of doing the other categories.
Yes, Anfunny still needs to kill Kraid. Smelon is, dealing with the Metroids. It's Smelon's race to lose. If I was this far ahead, I might consider taking a save at Mother Brain. I wouldn't say Smelon is worried or should be worried. It's a race. Lock it in, Honestly,
yeah, but in a race,
let's go.
In a race, you don't really know exactly how far ahead you are or where you're at. You always feel kind of behind in a race, I think, so we might not see a save here. But I think if Smelon dug deep into the back of his mind, it might be good to throw in a save just for safety's sake.
Yeah, shout outs to Polar Bear Bunny in chat. We did give you a call out to your unique North Korea % route. You're the only one that has run that particular route in this tournament. So I actually like it so much. I was partially considering running it just for funsies to see how low I could push the time because it seems like a lot of fun. And that's the other thing too with these races, like these categories. You can run a route because it's fast, but you can also run a route because it's fun. It's like there's no cap on how you can enjoy this game. Like I'm gonna play this game later when we're done doing this, and I'm probably gonna play max percent suitless just because I'm bored to death of playing the categories I've been prepping for the tournament, so I can be fresh for tomorrow.
Second try, Zeb skip from Smelon. Although it was still kind of first try. Didn't have to refreeze a Rinka. But got through on the second or third little jump through there. Didn't waste much time at all. It's always nice when you don't have to reset a room. But yeah, now I'm super interested in watching PBB's North Korea percent run, because it's all new to me, and I love seeing anything new to do with Super Metroid.
Yeah, this will be another really quick Ridley fight, just like we have already seen.
Mother Ridley, absolutely. Oh, onion rings. Don't eat too many of them. They're bad for your health. There we go. Okay, so Smelon ate the correct amount of onion rings there. Not too many to empty the reserve glass, but just enough to get a nice taste of delicious, greasy awesomeness.
Yeah, Phoenix, I was trying to link it in the chat. I couldn't link it in the chat for some reason, but I believe it was there. I believe Polar Bear Bunny raced Fat Scott on SpeedGaming 2. I think you can find a video there, and I think they did North Korea. Good cutscene for Smelling. That's good to know.
We don't have any other races this evening. We do have one tomorrow between Cav and Smelling, actually. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Playoff bracket comes around next week, the 5th or the 6th of January. But tomorrow, Eastern Time, Kev Nastics versus Smelling at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m. So adjust your times accordingly. And then next Saturday, we have one on the schedule for MM2 versus Professor School. There we go. But tonight, this is it. And tomorrow afternoon, Kev and Smelling.
Yeah, and Smelling, I saw you there in chat. It's been a pleasure commentating your run and studying your moves and wondering how much I'm going to lose by tomorrow. But hopefully we get a chance to race at least 2 really fun categories. I have no idea what will be banned, so we'll find out, but I'm excited. It'll be a good time.
If you're looking for entertainment tonight, if you haven't seen any of the 100% runs from the spring, I think those are up on YouTube now. There's 100% stuff, Behemoth and Zenny and Zost and 32 other great runners.
Tournament 2. That's right, I lost 2 games. It was fun.
Well, you know what? I would have lost 2 games faster than you, so Man, I'm really
you would
bad
have
at
lost.
this.
You would have lost them slower. So
That's right. I'm really bad at this smack talk thing, man. I gotta learn.
I'm too good at it. I usually don't do it. I apologize. You must be bringing something out of me today. I like to roast like a marshmallow.
If I was racing Kev, I would make him faster just because I'm better at losing slower.
That's impressive.
I know. I can't believe I pulled that out of my face. But anyway, Smelling here on the dismount, also known as the escape.
Made the incorrect choice of moonfalling. Would have fell down faster without it on that one. There you go. No, I'm just kidding. Moonfall. Just don't do it, but I just watch it.
Yeah, don't do it, but do it. Oh no, a Metroid treat, and Smelling going for a second animal save. You already saved them last time. They're okay. My goodness. Now I'm gonna have some animal crackers.
I used to punish myself in bad runs by making myself save the animals. So if I had a bad run, I had to insult it at the end. Don't worry, PBB. I got it. I saved the animals for Susream in my last tournament race.
If you're a new runner and you think all of your runs are bad, so you got to save the animals, don't feel that way. Go for the new PB for yourself.
Moonfall. Just don't do it, but I just watch it. So that's a GG for smelling right there, and we have a an official race time of 102.12, which is better than my PB.
No.
So maybe
Trade
I
Smelling going
you
for
know
a
and
second
I don't know
again.
if I
See,
have a
they already
category
saved
I'm
them
going to be able
last
to
time.
beat smelling in, but
They're okay.
GG to both of our
My
racers.
goodness.
Anthony is officially forfeited from the race. Hopefully, we will get runners here in chat because just great to have them in here. Let's get the runners in here and have an interview and see how they feel. So if I had a bad run, I had to insult it at the end. We are joined by nobody. I got it. I saved the at this moment. Stream in my last.
Yeah, we got like a 10-second echo going on at the moment. I don't know where it came from, but at least we're at the end of our run, so you won't have to deal with it for very long.
Race Room says Anfunny has unforfeited. Okay. So that's a GG for smelling right there, and we have a an official race time of 102.12, which is.
I'm gonna blame this stream audio issue on Kev because he can beat me in the game. So
I don't know if I have.
Maybe I can beat him at microphone stuff. Who knows?
Oh, you know what? I know why the interviews haven't come in.
You haven't marked him as finished? Because I forgot to do that too. My bad, folks. Oh, he's gone. He's back. He's gone again, and now he's back. We'll see if Smelling or Anfunny wants to hop in for a couple moments.
Did you get the comms controls? I can't access them. I can't find them.
Huh, okay, I'll give it a shot.
For some reason, like, it kicked me out of here. I
Okay, I marked them both done, so hopefully they'll be available to come in.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't find it. So hopefully Smelling knows they have to bring themselves in.
I got lucky. I'm terrible at computer stuff. But hey, they're both here in setup. Here we go, Anfunny.
All right.
GG's, great to see you. Smelling GG's. And I'll let Kevin do most of the talking. He has a better voice than me.
Oh gosh, I'm all talked off. I mean, you guys both look good. I think we're both playing, with respect to your ability, very, very well. Smelling, I noticed you took a lot of safeties, which in your position, I completely understand. I would definitely do the same thing. Anfunny, really good job. Had a couple unfortunate situations here, but I think you handled them really well. Just great to be here and watch you. What do y'all think of your runs? GG's.
GG's smelling. Yeah, I mean, I PB'd my any percent by 44 seconds, so I feel like I'm playing pretty well. Nothing bad really happened in that run. But yeah, North Korea percent. I got another PB today by about a couple minutes, and it's just sometimes those hell runs just don't work out, and yeah, and I think even with that, Smelling's like movement outside of like kind of the beginning of North Korea percent was gonna help them take me over anyway. But yeah, I think I raced overall pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with my performance, especially being the the last seed in this group. So yeah.
And 2 PBs across 2 categories in one day is quite a great day of Super Metroid, I'll tell you what. And I almost wonder, were you bummed out when you got your PB earlier, because knowing how hard it is to double PB the same category in the same day? Were you like, oh, come on, why couldn't this be in like a couple hours from now?
Yeah, it's just a little bit. Yeah, because that one, I had no deaths. A little bit of a slow drag on, but other than that, it was a pretty clean run. Uh, but I had a super good Dragon today, and first try grapple escape and everything. So I think most everything else besides that hell run there went pretty well.
I'd agree. Smelling, how do you feel about your stuff?
I feel pretty good. I played better than I thought I would than I thought I was going to, so pretty happy. Um, I think that might have been my first ever North Korea percent run. I might have done like one or two runs like 2 years ago, but I can't remember if that it was that or if I did KRDP. So it was a fun category.
That's
GG's and funny.
impressive to to run that well with not a whole lot of practice. So that
Yeah, I mean I've played so much like randomizer, so yeah, I've
yeah,
played so much
randomizer does help.
randomizer. I pretty much like already know all the tricks, so
It's my
it's
favorite thing
like
about
just need to put it together.
racing people like you. It's like I've done this run like 300 times. And your PB on your first run is 30 seconds better than my best run. But I'm saying that in a funny way. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, Map Rando and Rando has brought a lot to the community, I think. Brought a lot of new people in. They can learn harder tricks faster because they're not going after one single vanilla run type of thing. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun, and you guys provided a lot of great entertainment today. So thanks for letting me calm for you.
Yeah, thank you for
It
the
was a pleasure.
commentary.
Yeah, and thank you, Kevin, and or Kevin Salty for the comms and the restream, and thanks for the race, Smelling.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you and
folks,
funny.
I'll
GG's again.
oh, sorry, Smelling. But
Oh no,
yeah,
sorry, I'm done. Go ahead.
no, you're good. You're good. We want to hear from you. We talked the entire time. But yeah, we do
Sounds
have
good.
Kev versus Spellin tomorrow, Eastern Time, 345, December 31st. So clear your schedules if you have time, because that should be a good one. And Smellin, try and keep Kev out of Suitless Meridia as much as you can.
Hey now. Hey now.
I mean, Smellin, don't do
I'll
that. That's
try.
mean.
So it'll be interesting. You don't need to spoil anything right now. I'm very, very excited for the race tomorrow. We can definitely talk about it tomorrow and the vetoes and the picks and all that. I just want to appreciate you. I appreciate you for being flexible and accommodating that time. And thanks for the show that you put on today with you and Anfunny. Both you guys really, really great watching you race. Chat had a great time. I had a great time, and I'm looking forward to doing this all again from a different side tomorrow.
Absolutely. And I think with that, we'll thank you, chat. Big shout out and thanks to our admins. I know MM2's been doing a lot of work. And also the SpeedGaming folks and all the volunteers at SpeedGaming. Bunny helped us out today. Thank you for giving us a place to show our tournament and have a great time with all y'all. It's been a blast, and we got a few more weeks of it. Playoffs are coming in hot, I think, on the 5th. So be prepared for extra Metroid fun. And thank you all for joining us. And for this pigeon, I will see you next mission. And Kev, thank you so much, man.
Same here. I will see you next mission.